News 10 NBC closed captioning is sponsored by RCIPA, health providers managing care for 500,000 Rochesterians.
Straight ahead, only on News 10 NBC. Live.
We all know the Amerks won the cup. I'm Ron Plants. Now it's our turn to live it up.
Local.
There's crowd control at the War Memorial tonight. I'm Susan Ashline, but how rowdy will that crowd be?
And up to the minute.
Kim Batten cleared the first hurdle in her Olympic quest. And Rochester sports fans move from the rink to the ballpark tonight.
Now, this is News 10 NBC.
Good evening. Janet Lomax has the night off. The toast of the town tonight was the championship season of the Rochester Americans.
It was time to party at several places. In this story, News in 6, Nighttime reporter Ron Plants tells us about the big celebration at the War Memorial.
Last night we were in this building to watch the Amerks take the cup. And tonight we're back in this building to help the Amerks live it up.
From the high fives among the players to the chance to commune with the cup up close and personal, there were truly some touching moments at this victory party for the Amerks and their fans. The fans were saluted by Amerks captain Dane Jackson.
I hope you know how much we appreciate you guys.
You got to touch that cup. How did it feel?
It felt great because I'm a season ticket holder. I come to all the games, and it's great to be winners. I was a nervous wreck, but this is great. This is awesome. This is what we came for.
Many came for the chance for an autograph, and defenseman Shane Wright was scribbling with some concern about Writer's cramp, but it may be a form of conditioning.
Do you think yours is going to be a little worn out?
I think by next season I'm going to have a better wrist shot.
And Pinsey, the Amerks designated cheers coordinator, was busy with his own fans.
As you can see on the smiles of these kids, how can you say no to this? Are you kidding? This is fantastic.
It was a moot point when the Moot Moose declined to comment, but he did drink a toast to his team, and Mr. Amerk, the retired Jody Gage, spoke for him about fan support.
It's also special to see that the fans that have been there, you know, through good times and bad times, and, you know, losing 3 times in the finals. It's nice to see them eventually get to enjoy this. The city deserves it.
Those fans span the generations. For example, there's 2-year-old Brian Christian and his mom.
We're big fans, but he came to about 20 games this year, and he's a great boy at them. You like hockey?
You like to play hockey?
Yeah.
Okay. And finally, there's Dorothy and Al Bonke, fans for more than 20 years who can add this cherished championship to their list of memories.
It was wonderful. I can't give you the right words for it, but it was wonderful. I was so glad for them because they played so hard after the first of the year. They deserved it. They really did.
Naturally, with any celebration like this, spirits are high, and you have to be concerned that people don't get out of hand. Susan Ashline joins us more with that concern.
Not a big turnout inside the War Memorial, according to the extra police who are on hand to keep things in line. Police are here on overtime, making sure no one gets hit by a car and nothing erupts inside the building that would pose a threat to public safety.
It could be a couple of people getting into a fight because they're arguing over their team inside, or you could have 20 or 15 or 20 people and they're fighting.
But no one can predict what will happen when a cocktail is mixed with sports enthusiasm. In the Windy City tonight, they went so far as to call in the National Guard on standby during the NBA championship.
Just hope everybody listens to Phil Jackson, Michael, Jordan, and Dennis Rodman, and celebrate peacefully.
Rochester police say it doesn't take much for a controlled event to get out of control, like it did at this rock concert at the downtown festival tent almost exactly 1 year ago. The riot squad used tear gas to control concert goers who started a melee.
Next thing I know, I turned around and I was being sprayed in the face with mace or something. I couldn't breathe. I kept choking.
Officers say if you find yourself in a crowd that's getting rowdy, leave the scene.
You back away. You get as far away from the problem as possible. When the police officers and security people get there, you can have an idea of what's going on. You get away from it. You don't go running into trouble.
Police say trouble likely won't happen tonight, but as the saying goes, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. For News 10 NBC, I'm Susan Ashline.
And another party brought some fans and some folks downtown tonight.
That it did. This was the party, a victory celebration at the Memorial Art Gallery. Hundreds of fans turned out for this event tonight, which is actually part of the city's continuing Live at 5 celebration. And the first celebration of the day was a parade downtown at noon. You will see that and more Amerks coverage ahead tonight in sports.
Rochester police launched a quick search of the Genesee River Gorge tonight. Police were called when someone spotted a man walking on the steep wooded banks above the river under the Driving Park Bridge. There was some concern he might have slipped and fallen into the water, but nothing was found, and the search was called off.
There was a plane crash near Syracuse early Friday morning. We have an update since 6. The small private plane went down in Cortlandville shortly after takeoff. 3 family members died in the crash. One was a photographer who worked for the Associated Press. Investigators believe heavy fog may be part of the cause for this accident.
There's more news ahead, but first, Richard McCullough joins us from the Storm Center with our first full weather.
I'll tell you, Wendy and Gabe, we finally have cooled down. The showers are over, and get ready for a very nice weekend in Rochester. We're talking about a lot of sunshine throughout the whole weekend, and I'll detail that for you as well. First, let's go outside the Tower 10 East. Clear skies, a clear night around Rochester, a cool night. Here's your forecast for tomorrow. We're expecting wall-to-wall sunshine. Mainly sunny, pleasantly warm. Tomorrow's high 80 degrees, winds out of the northwest 10 to 15 miles per hour. Across the country at this hour, we have showers and thunderstorms continuing over the Rockies, over the southeastern corner of the nation, and we talked about a cool front rolling through our area. Well, it finally did roll through. The leading edge of cooler air is right through western New York now. The showers now mainly to the south of us as you go back to the Ohio Valley across Pennsylvania, and as you go into upstate into New England area, but you see clear skies over our region right now. In fact, Doppler radar shows no precipitation. Everything is clear and dry at this hour, and we're expecting to remain dry the entire weekend. Right now, 68 degrees, dew point is 66 degrees, the humidity at 93%, winds out of the southwest at 5, and the barometer is rising. And these are the temperatures at this hour. New York City checking in with 75 degrees, also down in Washington, D.C., 75 degrees across the border there in Toronto at this time. Well, we'll put the maps into motion for you. Now, tomorrow, again, we're talking about a lot of sunshine, thanks to high pressure with the sinking motion, the clear skies for the most part. Temperatures climbing up to 80 degrees tomorrow. Sunday looks very nice as well. Dad's Day, we're looking for a lot of sunshine. Temperatures, again, close to the 80-degree mark by the afternoon. So all in all, very nice weekend here in Rochester. Here's how we look as far as a 5-degree guarantee for today. I said we see a high temperature of 79. We saw 81 degrees. But of course, that's within the 5-degree guarantee. Tomorrow, I say we'll see a high temperature of 80 degrees here in Rochester. Now, tonight, a nice night, a cool night. We drop down to 58 degrees with clear skies. A cool night, tranquil night. Winds will be light. Might be some fog in the valleys to the south of Rochester. Tomorrow, you can expect a nice day. 8 a.m., 64 degrees. By noon, 76 degrees. And 5 p.m. will top off at 80 degrees. Lovely day tomorrow. If you're going out on the water, take those Ray-Ban UV glasses and use that sunscreen tomorrow because you're going to need it. Winds out there will be out of the northwest up to 15. Now, we'll take a look at the 5-day forecast and feast your eyes on the 5-day forecast, folks. Looks very nice the entire weekend. 80 degrees Saturday, Sunday, 78 degrees, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Temperatures close to 80 degrees over the next several days.
That looks great.
Yes. Don't forget Father's Day.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And don't forget that on Father's Day, fathers don't do any chores.
That's right.
A nice day for the Father's Day picnics and events.
It's going to be a nice weekend for any kind of outdoor activity.
Great.
Enjoy it.
Thanks, Richard.
Okay.
All right, and now Rebecca LeClaire looks ahead to the news this weekend.
Okay, and Wendy, June 15th and 16th should be a weekend of family fun. Here's what you need to know. Folks in Hilton will celebrate their 2nd annual block party. This will mark the first year of a special watch group that started after child molester Patrick DeStaffen targeted young boys in the Cedar Terrace neighborhood. 2 local double Dutch jump roping teams from Avenue D Recreation Center return home. Right now they're in Savannah, Georgia, competing at a world-class double Dutch contest. And don't forget your dad, Sunday is Father's Day. Next week we can look forward to the LPGA at Locust Hill, and we'll keep you updated on what you need to know. Wendy and Gabe.
Rebecca, thanks.
Still ahead tonight, word of a big step in the Unabomber case.
Find out why the main suspect may be moving from a Montana prison to a cell in California.
Plus, they aren't free men anymore, but they're still giving the law a hard time.
News 10 NBC is brought to you by Dorschel Oldsmobile on West Henrietta Road.
I'm Rick Dorschel reminding you that you get the best for less at Dorschel Oldsmobile. Best car, best selection, and best value. When you buy your new Oldsmobile at Dorschel's guaranteed low price. Treat yourself to the quality, comfort, and performance of a new Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme for just $279 a month on a Dorschel lease. Enjoy V6 power, automatic, power door locks and windows, stereo cassette, dual airbags, cruise control, and much, much more. The best for less at Dorschel Oldsmobile, West Henrietta Road, where you can demand better and get the best.
For everything your carpet endures, Stanley Steamer has something good that's sure to make you feel right at home. From odor out, to spot removers, to protector for carpet and upholstery. We're there when you need us most. Just pick up the phone and call Stanley Steamer today for our latest special offer you can't afford to miss. And relax for a little while.
It's the craze that's sweeping the nation. It's Jeep and Eagle Mania. And who wouldn't be excited about a lease rate of just $339 a month on Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo? You'll get the lease rate you've been screaming for on a Cherokee Sport, too, just $219 a month. And find out why the all-new Wrangler is at the top of everyone's chart. So experience Jeep and Eagle Mania for yourself at your Jeep and Eagle dealer.
See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer.
They call him the Unabomber, but actually Ted Kaczynski has not yet been charged with any of those crimes.
But that may soon change. In tonight's Newsline, an indictment is expected. The Associated Press says Kaczynski is expected to be indicted on Tuesday in Sacramento, California. The suspect could be moved to California by the end of the week. He's been jailed in Helena, Montana since April when he was arrested in his cabin. So far, he's only been charged with possession of bomb-making materials.
Also from Montana, the freemen are free men no longer. The 14 people who surrendered to a government they do not recognize are under arrest. They spent the day being shuffled between jail and federal court by U.S. Marshals. In court, they dueled with the judge over the law. They're refusing to answer questions and get fingerprinted or photographed. Only 4 have agreed to have mugshots taken. From now on, it'll be much harder for the White House to get background reports from the FBI. Clinton officials got background reports on more than 400 people, many prominent Republicans. FBI Director Louis Freeh today said he and his department were victimized by the White House. But Freeh also criticized his own bureau, saying the FBI gave inadequate protection to the privacy interests of those persons, adding this was an egregious abuse, however you look at it. Well, a new report on drugs is both good news and bad news. That story next.
Also ahead, a salute to local communicators with an Olympic style.
Tonight on The Tonight Show, Jay welcomes Mission Impossible's John Voight and Buddy Hackett with a Father's Day surprise. Plus, go jaywalking. Then Conan's got Saturday Night Live's Colin Quinn tonight.
News 10 NBC is brought to you by Arby's. Try our chicken cordon bleu sandwich.
Out here, when you say you're better, you'd better be able to back it up. This is Arby's new Big Montana. It's better than any quarter-pound burger, and here's the backup. It's twice as big, a full half-pound of beef. And not just your average beef, Arby's slow-roasted beef. Add your choice of sauces. Try the biggest eats in fast food. Arby's new Big Montana, and taste why it's better out here. And try Arby's new home-style fries. So good, they beat McDonald's in a national taste test.
Wegmans makes great food affordable, like the best large Western vine-ripened cantaloupes our produce experts could find. 88 cents with your Shoppers Club card. Wegmans large cooked cocktail shrimp, just $8.99 a pound. And our best price on a dozen Wegmans large grade AA eggs, 49 cents with your Shoppers Club card, limit one with $10 purchase. We're all about people enjoying great food at affordable prices. Wegmans, every day, you get our best.
These
These help define a Consumer's Digest Best Buy and help explain why Dodge Caravan has been named a Best Buy 2 years in a row. These help define the Dodge Best Buy Celebration and where you can get great deals on America's best-selling minivan, Dodge Caravan. Now with sliding doors available on both sides, even seats that roll in and out. The Dodge Best Buy Celebration. It just doesn't get any better. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
The biggest, best one anywhere. The furniture and bedding price rollback at Raymore & Flanigan. This week only, special factory incentives make it possible to roll back prices throughout the store. Up to $400 off leather sofas, $200 off dining rooms. Bedrooms are up to $400 less. The more you buy, the more you save. Plus, pay nothing until next year. No deposit, no interest, no payments, nothing at all. Don't miss these great savings during price rollback. This week only at Raymore & Flanigan.
You're watching News 10 NBC with Janet Lomax and Gabe Dalman. Live, local, and up to the minutes.
Drug use on America's streets is on the rise. That's the word from the nation's drug czar tonight. Drug Control Policy Director Barry McCaffrey announced the findings at the White House today. McCaffrey says use of drugs like heroin and methamphetamines are skyrocketing in many parts of the U.S., and marijuana use among teens is on the rise. He says international smuggling is partly to blame for the increase, and the problem requires some grassroots help to solve.
This war won't be won by anybody's armed forces. This war is primarily parents, teachers, coaches, law enforcement officials, and honest judges. And that's where we think the central issue is.
On a positive note, crack and cocaine use did not increase in many states.
Bob Dole says a new poll that's out today is a sign that he is catching up. But a Clinton spokesman says the poll doesn't mean much. This is what they're talking about. The Times CNN poll gives Clinton 49% and Dole 43%, a lead of only 6 percentage points for Clinton. Just a month ago, he was ahead by 22 points. Dole told reporters he assumes he picked up some points by leaving the Senate, but he says he can only do that once.
On this Flag Day, Americans wave the flag proudly, but folks in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania got a true taste of patriotism today. The world's largest flag cake was on display at the historic Betsy Ross House, the birthplace of Old Glory. The 29,000-pounder measured 60 feet by 90 feet, covering 2 tennis courts. It was packed with 8,000 pounds of strawberry and blueberry pie filling, piled on top of 9 tons of pound cake. Back here, though, kids at Penfield's Cobbles Elementary School celebrated. After raising the flag, 600 students sang songs and marched around their school waving flags. 7-year-old Sean Bartlett, who just became a U.S. citizen, led the parade, along with one of Rochester's Olympic torchbearers, Peg Carley.
Well, that's terrific. My neighbors down there in Penfield. All right. And now Rick Hager is in for Rich Funky tonight, looking at the score.
And we will have our final tribute to the Rochester Americans, the Calder Cup champs, and also the Olympic road continues for several local athletes. Sports is next.
News 10 NBC is brought to you by Ponderosa Restaurants.
Ponderosa Pondo Combo. Ponderosa Pondo Combo. We want value.
Then come to Ponderosa, where we Pondo Combo every dinner.
Ponderosa's made the great taste of prime rib even better. New grilled prime rib. Slow cooked, hand cut, then grilled to give it that special flavor. Served with a baked potato and Pondo comboed with our all-you-can-eat buffet and Sunday bar for one low price. Taste prime rib hot off the grill, new at Ponderosa.
Pray to be strong. Pray nothing goes wrong. Pray to save your skin. Pray you'll ever see again. Pray to stop this speeding barge. Pray the phantoms aren't in charge. Pray to tame this twisted ride. Pray to reach the other side. Pray that terror goes away. Pray. Pray for the light of day.
The nightmare indoor coaster rages through the pitch-dark heart of Phantom Cave. Now at Darien Lake. Save $3 with discount tickets at Tops and Wilson Farms.
The best top brand video is at Circuit City right now. Save on TVs, VCRs, and camcorders from Sony, Panasonic, GE, RCA, Hitachi, JVC, and more. Right now, get no interest for 12 months on all big screen TVs 32 inches and larger. Plus, take home this Sony 8mm Handycam with remote for only $499.97. Or this GE 25-inch TV with remote for only $227.97. Circuit City. You can't find a lower price. We guarantee it.
There's no time to lose during Lincoln Reward Days. With your Lincoln dealers committed to selling 1,500 new Lincolns with over $5 million in total savings, including the best lease of the year on Lincoln Town Car, only $499 a month with $999 down. No four-figure down payment, no hidden charges, no excuses at $499 with $999 down. Lincoln Town Car. No compromise, no equal, no waiting. To see your Lincoln dealers before $499 with $999 down is history.
Now, from News 10 NBC, here's Rick Hager with sports. Live, local, and up to the minute.
Well, good evening. We're no longer talking sweep. We're talking series in the NBA Finals. Seattle won its second straight game tonight to cut the Bulls' lead to 3-2 right here on 10 NBC. The Sonics have closed the gap, but the next 2 games will be in Chicago. The Bulls were ice cold from outside. They missed 20 straight three-pointers tonight. And Michael was not a factor. Gary Payton was, though, at the other end. And Seattle pulled away with a late streak and won tonight's game. As we go to the final score, the Seattle Supersonics have pulled within 3-2, and 89-78 was the final score as we see Chicago miss 20 straight three-pointers. MCC's Brian Bombard has won the Junior College National Golf Championship. Brian fired a final round at 72 to win by 7 shots. The Tribunes finished second as a team. At the U.S. Open, the Shark was on the attack at Oakland Hills in Michigan. Greg Norman at 16 on the green. And watch this. Backs it right up and in the hole for an eagle. He's 1 under after a 66 today. Amateur Tiger Woods battled back after yesterday's late round collapse. Tiger with a long birdie. Look at this ball pick up speed. Oh, man. On his way to a 69, and he made the cut. Payne Stewart is the leader halfway through the U.S. Open. Norman Els and Austin are next, 1 shot behind. John Daly and Tom Watson are 1 over. Corey Pavin is +3, and Jeff Sluman is 4 over after a 74. Jeffrey made the cut. Donna Andrews has the lead after the first round of the LPGA stop in Minnesota. Lisa Lott Neumann is second. The Rochester International is on deck. Scott Rowe of Northwestern won a playoff to earn medalist honors at the Monroe Invitational. Match play begins tomorrow morning. None of the local players made the top 16. The Yankees' top farm team, the Columbus Clippers, began a series with the Wings at Silver tonight. And a great night for a doubleheader. And let's look at game 2. Mark Smith hit a grand slam in the first and made a great grab here in the second game to rob Tim Barker. The Clippers led 1-0 in the fourth. Wings pitcher Tom Edens tried to make the great play, but he threw it away, allowing Yvonne Cruz to come home to make it 2-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Brad Tyler put the Wings on the board with a long drive into the night. It was a solo home run to cut it to 2-1, but 3-1 was the final as Columbus took the second game. In game 1, Smith's grand slam was the difference. 5-3 was the final, and Webster grad R.D. Long went 1 for 3 with a run scored for the Clippers. And this was R.D.'s first trip to Silver Stadium as a professional, and we talked with him before tonight's game.
I think the thing for me is I had to cut down on, which I have, I've cut down on strikeouts. If I can nullify any strikeouts at all, then I'm going to be okay, you know, because if I put the ball in play, I'm going to get a lot of hits that people wouldn't be able to get just from having more speed than the average person.
In the majors tonight, the Yankees over Cleveland. Dwight Gooden won his 3rd straight game, and Cal Ripken has become the world's all-time leader in consecutive games with a win for Baltimore tonight, 6-1 over Kansas City. Boston down Texas, Milwaukee over Oakland, and Detroit down Minnesota in the American League. In the National, the Mets over St. Louis 2-1, Atlanta down L.A. 3-1. It was Pittsburgh over Florida, Colorado down Philly Montreal 6-1 over Cincinnati. In Chicago, top of the Padres 5-1. Seattle Seahawks receiver Brian Blades was convicted of manslaughter charges today in a Fort Lauderdale court in the shooting death of his cousin. He faces up to 10 years in prison. However, shortly after the verdict, a juror asked if she could change her vote. The defense will file a motion on that development on Monday. United States Olympic track and field trials are underway, and 2 local athletes competed today at the Olympic Stadium in Atlanta. Kim Batten, the world record holder in the 400 hurdles, won her heat today to advance to the semifinals. Kim just missed making the 1992 Olympic team, but is a favorite this time if she is 100%. She's been bothered a bit by injuries. McQuaid grad Brad Sumner finished 3rd in the men's 800-meter heat. Brad also has advanced to the semis. The winners at Williamson International Speedway tonight: Todd Stanton of Palmyra, John Burrows of Penfield, and Fairport's Dan Kuhnman. We'll be right back.
The Internet. Unlimited use, speed, reliability, and local support. Only from Rochester Telephone Internet. Call 777-2020 and connect to the world.
I'm not putting my family in just any minivan. Only Ford Windstar gets a 5-star rating in government crash tests. That's a higher rating than Caravan.
And with standard dual airbags, anti-lock brakes, tons of room.
Windstar costs less.
$1,600 less with cash back from Ford. And now, get no-cost air conditioning in the front and rear.
Your Ford dealer's winning Rochester over.
Have you driven a Ford lately? In Niagara Falls, Ontario, Greenland is the place to go, where magic's king and the dolphins sing. Everyone loves Marineland. You can take your family for the day, watching the whales while they swim and play, seeing friends you'll miss, a great big kiss. Everyone loves Marineland.
Save for your future by investing in our community. Buying Monroe County Savers Bonds provides you with a proven savings plan and helps with community projects like Frontier Field, improving county parks and roads, expanding the Rundell Public Library, and making Monroe Community College more handicapped accessible. Best of all, for most, this investment is tax-free. Call 1-800-423-BONDS, Monroe County Savers Bonds. A good investment for your future, a good investment for the future of our community.
Used to be, you knew who drove a Bob Hastings Ford truck. Nowadays, it could be anyone. People change, trucks change. But Hastings Ford's commitment to trucks never changes. Hastings has a huge selection of newly designed F-Series trucks, plus dozens of Rangers, along with our truck service department to keep them on and off the road. Great trucks, great people, great prices. Bob Hastings Ford. Hastings, the perfect place for trucks.
It's been a 24-hour celebration for the Amerks and their fans. There was a party tonight. Nick and the Nice Guys played, but the headliners were, of course, the Amerks and their Calder Cup. Dixon Ward allowed some of the fans at the War Memorial to hold on to the cup and touch the cup. The Calder Cup made its way out into the crowd tonight, and it's been 9 years since the city celebrated like this. And how about those Amerks? They went from a last-place team in January to a championship team in June. This Amerks team provided plenty of great moments in its drive to the cup. Steve Shields was unbeatable, and Dixon Ward was unstoppable at times. Frawley, Metcalf, and Nickel became the hardest-working line in hockey. Steady Terry Hollinger anchored the defense, while Dean Melanson delivered those punishing checks. And here's our final tribute to the 1996 Calder Cup champs.
Heading out on some uncharted path, you soon turn back. It happens time and time again. You never seem to reach the end. Someone's out there on the street tonight. When things go wrong, he'll guarantee to make them right. If the price is right. Every time I look, you're falling, falling by the wind. Every time I turn around, he's there again.
As Rich said earlier, what a great week to be an American. Rochester American. The week started with a torch run. That was this week, right?
That's right. And today, Flag Day, and here they are celebrating, wearing the uniforms, the throwback uniforms, 40th anniversary, and that's kind of
It's been a great week for Rochester. It's been a lot of fun here, all this celebrating.
Maybe the Moose will get a new outfit.
Ready to take a rest. You guys.
You deserve one.
All right.
Nice job in the sports department.
Just about holding up. That's great.
Okay, well, up next, an awards ceremony of Olympic proportions.
Where are you going after the fight? I'm gonna go see The Rock.
Cage, Harris, The Rock.
I can't wait to see it.
Rated R. Now playing.
It's the craze that's sweeping the nation. It's Jeep and Eagle Mania. And who wouldn't be excited about a lease rate of just $339 a month on Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo? You'll get the lease rate you've been screaming for on a Cherokee Sport, too. Just $219 a month. And find out why the all-new Wrangler is at the top of everyone's chart. So experience Jeep and Eagle Mania for yourself at your Jeep and Eagle dealer.
See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer.
No way. Someone's still out there?
Hey, Mr. Marathon Man, heard you came in last place. I'm on my way over.
The new HP Pavilion with Intel Pentium processor lets you scan your photos and keep an accurate record of your life and times. Or not so accurate. The new HP Pavilion. It's not just a PC, it's an HP.
Winning. With the Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme Series 1, it starts with a long list of standard features, a powerful V6 engine, and a price that's thousands less than the leading imports. Also, for a limited time, a lease that's only $229 a month. Sounds like a winner to me. It's your money.
Tempting, seductive. It's been called the forbidden fruit. We call it apple pie a la mode. Introducing Breyer's Light non-fat yogurt with the indulgent flavors of your favorite desserts. Breyer's Light yogurt tastes naughty, but it's not.
Richard, tell us all about tomorrow again. This is
A lovely day tomorrow, just a lovely day. A lot of sunshine, tons of sunshine tomorrow. High
Great.
80 degrees.
Sounds great. Thanks, Richard. Finally, tonight, you've heard of dinner by candlelight. How about dinner by torchlight? That was the theme tonight of the annual Ad Council of Rochester program. Several local corporate leaders attended the event with an Olympic flair. Special awards were presented to outstanding communicators here in Rochester.
That's terrific. We thank you for watching.
Have a good weekend.
Have a nice weekend.
Good night.
Good night.
If you have a news tip, call the News 10 NBC hotline at 232-1010 or star 10 on your Frontier Cellular phone. For all the safety, security, and convenience you need, Frontier Cellular.
Thank you, Steve.